From the rare alignments of stars and planets to the jaw-dropping comets and meteors to come, today we look at astronomical events that could happen in your lifetime. Number 10. Total eclipse of the sun. Solar eclipses aren't particularly rare, as the moon at least partially blocks the light of the sun every 18 months on average. However, a total eclipse happens a bit less often, as viewing their occurrence hinges heavily on your personal location. Most areas of the world will see this type of eclipse as partial, but certain regions will be able to view it in all its glory, with protective lenses, of course. The next total solar eclipse is slated for December 14, 2020, but will only apply to parts of the southern hemisphere, specifically southern Africa, most of South America, Antarctica, and those traveling or located throughout the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. Fear not though, because total eclipses will occur for other parts of the planet every 1 to 2 years for the foreseeable future. Number 9. LEONID storm. Each year, the LEONID storm meteor shower rains down across the sky, typically throughout the days of November, peaking midway through the month. On average, anywhere from 5 to 15 meteors can be seen raining down from the heavens per hour during the shower season. But every 33 years or so, this number increases drastically. What is normally a gentle, sporadic drizzle of meteoroids transforms into a torrential downpour of meteoric debris, cranking up to more than 1,000 meteors per hour. These meteoroids are the product of a massive comet called Tempel-Tuttle, passing through our solar system. As it traverses space, the heat of the sun causes frozen gases within the comet to evaporate, jettisoning off meteoric chunks in its wake. The resulting stream of galactic debris forms the Leonids, and each year the Earth passes through it. When the planet passes through a relatively fresh stream of cometary shrapnel, this results in the outburst of a meteor storm. The last time the Leonid meteor storm occurred was in 2002. However, the most impressive instances of this phenomenon happened in 1966 according to records. The next Leonid storm is predicted to occur in 2034, but interference from Jupiter's orbit may cause the event to be imperceptible to the majority of Earthlings. Number 8. Joining of the giants. Among the trillions of stars that checker the night sky, some of the brightest entities seen from Earth are actually planets. Spotting them on any given night isn't always easy, and it's especially rare to see multiple planets from your vantage point. In the case of Jupiter and Saturn, the two largest planets of our solar system, this actually happens once every 20 years. Luckily for us, the next time these two will meet, or as astronomers call it, have a conjunction, will be December 21st of 2020. As the pair of giant planets converge, their slow but steady path already puts them in view of current stargazers. When viewed at the right time, interesting parties can even see the moon pass between Jupiter and Saturn simultaneously. But in December of 2020, the fated pair will be virtually atop one another from Earth's perspective, an occurrence that won't happen again until 2040. It's recommended to witness the conjunction event with a telescope, as the sight is even more impressive when able to see the moons and rings of Saturn and Jupiter as well. Jupiter will be especially easy to spot, as it's the brightest planet in our solar system, and during their joining in 2020, the constellation Capricornus will be situated just above the two cosmic spheres. Number 7. Extra-long eclipse. As mentioned earlier in this video, solar eclipses happen fairly regularly, with each yielding between 2 and 5 partial eclipses visible to certain parts of the planet. But every once in a while, an instance of this cosmic phenomenon comes along that lasts much longer than the average eclipse with absolute coverage. Total solar eclipses may occur every 18 months, but from here they are divided into cycles based on the path of the moon and length of the eclipse. It's been determined that after a period of 18 years, 11 days, and 8 hours, an eclipse will repeat the same behavior. This period of time is known as Saros to astronomers. Of all the Saros series cycles, the one producing the longest lasting total eclipse is solar Saros 136. It is the cycle currently responsible for the longest eclipse ever recorded, at 7 minutes and 7.74 seconds, occurring on June 20th, 1955. It is set to strike again on August 2nd, 2027, though for a much shorter amount of time than its record-holding predecessor. Visible around Luxor, Egypt, this total eclipse is predicted to last 6 minutes and 22 seconds. If you missed this one, worry not, as the Saros 136 cycle will return again in 2045 on August 12th, this time able to be seen from across the United States and Caribbean islands, and lasting 6 minutes and 5.5 seconds if viewed from the optimal point near Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Number 6. Great White Storm. When observing Saturn, one of the most notable features of the great gas giant is a large white spot located in its northern hemisphere. However, this strange milky blotch isn't always visible, as it's actually a storm that stretches thousands of miles wide and brews once every 28.5 years. This galactic phenomena has only been observed and recorded 8 times in history, with the most recent data collected coming from the Cassini space probe in 2010. The most extraordinary instance of the Great White Storm, though, occurred in 1990, when the white spot expanded to encircle the entirety of the planet longitudinally. It was originally thought that these storms were caused by thermal instability on Saturn, resulting in the large atmospheric surges. But a team of planetary scientists from Caltech proposed another theory in 2015, with a bit more complexity. They concluded that the storms resulted from the seasonal cooling of Saturn's upper atmosphere, an event that affects the physics of the entire gaseous planet. The storms take a long time to develop as the higher density portions of the upper layers of the atmosphere slowly crash into the lower layers during this temperature change. The result is a massive delayed storm, the likes of which is predicted to occur visibly around 2039. Number 5. The Grand Junction. As Jupiter and Saturn near each other once more in the year 2040, following their meeting in 2020, they will not be alone. For the first time in a predicted 4,000 years, the pair of giant planets will be joined by Mars, Mercury, and Venus, along with the Moon, making for 6 celestial bodies simultaneously within a 10-degree span of the night sky. An extremely rare sight, this Grand Junction, or Golden Conjunction as some refer to it, will hold special significance with superstitious stargazers. Since the Middle Ages, scholars, philosophers, and classic astrologers have thought this rare meeting of planets to act as a celestial omen of sorts. Some believe these conjunctions to signify the impending doom of political figures, while others see horoscope-related consequences to come depending on the planets involved. Regardless of belief, the world will be able to witness this cosmic anomaly on September 8, 2040, just after sundown. Number 4. Rare occultation. When various celestial entities pass in front of one another, shielding the light of one to viewers from the Earth, this type of space event is referred to as occultation. Planets can occult one another, moons and stars, though the latter is a rarer event than other forms of occultation. One of the first recorded instances of a planet occulting a star was in 1959, when Venus passed before Regulus, an extra bright star. This meeting will repeat on October 1, 2044, and is the next time a planet is set to occult a star. Other instances of this phenomena include Uranus passing in front of a star in 1977, which revealed its rings to scientists for the first time, and Saturn occulting the star 28 Sagittarius in 1989. The last time Venus blocked out the light of Regulus, the event lasted approximately 11 minutes, prompting over 600 photographs to be taken of the event. Only time will tell how long the occultation lasts this time around. Number 3. Halley's Comet. Perhaps the most famous comet in existence is the periodically occurring Halley's Comet, which makes its return near Earth every 75 years. This allows lucky stargazers to potentially view it twice in a lifetime. It's named for the English astronomer Edmund Halley, who studied the reports of comets passing through the vicinity of Earth in 1531, 1607, and 1682. He hypothesized that these reports all came from the same comet, predicting its return in 1758. Though he didn't live to see his prediction fulfilled, his research led to the comet's passing to be established as a recurring celestial event. The last time Halley's Comet jettisoned across Earth's skies was in 1986, in the midst of the space age, allowing scientists to send spacecraft to approach it and sample the minerals that compose it. While scientists are still studying the data collected from this prior episode, the next passing of Halley's Comet is on the horizon, set to happen mid-year in 2061. Number 2. When planets align. If a planet occulting a star is rare, planets occulting one another happens even less often. The last recorded time a planet transited another planet was on January 3rd of 1818 when Venus passed before Jupiter. And on November 22nd in the year 2065, those two will meet again for round 2. After this unusual planetary passing, though, Earth's inhabitants won't have to wait another 247 years to pass before witnessing another transit of planets, as Mercury will pass in front of both Neptune and Mars in the years after. In 2067, on July 15th, the planet closest to the Sun will orbit in front of its great blue cousin, and then 12 years later, on August 11th, 2079, scientists say it will block Earth's red neighbor from view as well. All of these occultations will happen within view of the Earth, though the clarity of such events will depend on their proximity to the Sun and the perceiver's position on the planet. Number 1. Planetary perihelion. At the outskirts of our solar system, a lone minor planet, known as Sedna, orbits at a distance from the Sun nearly triple the separation of Neptune from our local star. Being that far away from the Sun, The planetoid takes a whopping 11,400 years to complete its orbit. On top of that, Sedna's orbit is strangely elongated, keeping it far from the rest of our solar system for the majority of its circumnavigation. Thus, it is extremely rare for Sedna to reach its perihelion, or point of orbit closest to the Sun, but scientists predict it will reach this landmark point by mid-year 2076. Still, even at its closest point, the Sun would look more like an extra bright star the size of a needlepoint from Sedna's surface, demonstrating just how distant this little planetoid is from us.